his new squad, I guess. I don't know if it's just...
I'm pretty hyped to see what he's going to do in the team. He's one of the few top-tier players that was not playing the DPC season. Like a couple of there was still like missing from other regions, like Ramses, anyone else? Sumail, yeah, I kind of forgot about Sumail. So kind of glad that the 23 is back. Very promising player. Let's see what's going to happen.
5-man smoke. Here we go. Southeast Asia special coming in. And the 5-man smoke going after Hyde, or is it going to be somebody else? They find themselves at BZ. They'll go after this Beastmaster and get first blood. I say that. There it is. All right. Make me wait a couple seconds longer.
And Ken gets the first blood, so that means extra gold for your mid laner, which will get him faster to the bottle.
Now that they've got first blood for Execration, we'll see how they can handle this coming forward. We've seen it a couple times where these SCA teams go for the full 5-man. We've seen it lead to, and I'm going to say it every game basically, the 0-minute medallion.
Not gonna happen this time, you know. Keeper of the Light, that game, he got 4 kills, right?
Yeah, it was the Ultra kill to start. The Illuminate's coming through, and then the Ultra kill, which I believe it was for Skimp. So Ken over mid up against Makoto. I love when Makoto plays these mobile heroes. Seems like he always has a high impact. It's the kind of style he plays. I know we talked about Makoto and how he's going to play with 23 Savage, and if that's going to be a style that clashes between the two of them.
Yeah, Makoto is a top-tier mid laner, but he's also like a greedy one, takes a lot of resources on the map, so I want to see how that works out with the 23 Savage on the same team.
Right.
Bottom lane, Disruption against the AM. Let's see what the AM decides to get. Just gets Blink level 1. Does not want to get his mana burn. Like Shadow Demon was always considered as a counter to Anti-Mage. Make illusions, burn his mana. He can't blink away.
23 Savage on this Anti-Mage. It's not an ultra free time for AM, right?
Yeah, he's also paired up with the Clockwork. These two heroes don't care too much about the Clockwork. You can always disrupt them, disrupt yourself. Mars with the Spear, God's Rebuke. Let's see the rotation. It's not a rotation, it's Hyde just steeping to tier 2 tower on bottom.
Again.
Okay.
Got the Spear, that'll connect onto the Anti-Mage. 23 Savage able to blink away. He's got LFT in his name. He's gonna have to maybe take that out.
Very disrespectful towards Boom. You know, they take him as a stand-in. He's still looking for a team. Just kidding, but yeah. I think Black talk about it on the panel, about not getting the mana break against the Shadow Demon in the laning stage.
Do you wait to a certain point not to get it, or are you holding out on it for a little while? Like holding points or anything like that?
You should hold points, for sure. And then once you start farming the jungle, get those points in, farm faster. Mid lane, Ember doing fairly well against Queen of Pain. That first blood actually helping him quite a lot. Getting faster to the bottle, so he has extra sustain.
Marked my territory.
BZ going straight into the Necro books. So we won't see a bottle from him. However, Rapido, he's looking for a bottle. And I've said it 100 times. I like this off-lane bottle, what it's been providing for these teams. You know, you pass the bottle over to your support. He could secure the bounty rune, get the refill on the bottle. You take advantage of those 2 bounty runes near you, one in the river, and then the mid could go for the one over in your jungle. It really works out. I think a lot of these teams have kind of found something with this bottle. Do you think it hinders offlaners to spend that gold on a bottle, or is it
you still need
enough?
Even if you don't go for a bottle, you still need to spend a lot of resources to have mana and HP sustain in the lane, so like bottle for the offlaners just feels very good.
So CS right now is all Boom towards the top, except, well, now Rapido breaking into that top 3, all right. Making me eat my words. Ken taking a lot of damage over mid. It has been a little bit of a struggle for him thus far as Queen of Pain holding a skill point 2-0-1 at the moment. So not needing that blink just yet, holding onto the skill point. We'll see where Makoto ends up going and when his movements are going to start coming if and when he does obviously hit that level 6 or maybe he takes advantage of that first rune.
And rune spawning in 30 seconds, so we're going to see a rotation coming out from the supports to try to secure it.
I think so. Nobody coming over just yet. Finally a TP. Just back to the tier 1 for Ken as he's just taking harassment right on the rip. Spear bottom hits the anti-mage. Nothing doing just yet. Now finally the supports come over. 3 seconds till we get that power rune and it will be bottom. So BDZ, he's got control of it. Makoto, he's not going to be able to pick this one up most likely. There's the disruption. BDZ picks up the illusion rune.
And Shadow Demon suddenly playing 5 heroes.
Yeah.
2 illusions from himself, 2 from Queen of Pain.
It's a lot of microwave.
Yeah, you're like, man, I wish these illusions die faster so I don't have to do anything with them. We've all been there. Illusion rune historically has been like the worst one, but now that it gives a dispel, it's a really good one. Like especially if you have a bottle.
Right.
You know, someone has Orchid early, any kind of silence, dispel it, turn the whole thing around.
23 Savage. Down to about 30 health. Now we've seen some cheeky illusion rune plays.
Are scanning.
You can
I'm
always
always a big
bait
fan
with
of
it, scout things.
One of those guys.
That's
who gets,
it.
like,
I'm
overexcited.
just thinking, you know what you can do? You can stack, possibly.
Do you get the? Does your illusion get the bonus gold for stacking, even though he doesn't exist anymore? You know, he's done all this hard work, but he doesn't exist. He should get a little bit
Yeah,
of that.
that's what I've been thinking. You know, you stack a camp, enemy kills it, you should still get a gold for stacking.
You did all the work. You know, reap some of the rewards. So about 5.5 minutes in here. I haven't had a kill past that first blood. We've got level 6 now for the Queen of Pain. This is usually a spot where we see Makoto play pretty aggressively. He is that playmaker, or was the playmaker for Boom. And again, I'm still wondering how the styles will connect with each other or clash with each other between him and 23 Savage.
You have to be very careful when you're playing against Queen of Pain. Region Rune is on top. Execration just doing a better job, you know, controlling these runes. They always bring 1 extra support.
So let's see if we can get this kill on RR real quick. High, just putting some pressure on. I'm a little surprised at the lack of aggression, especially between these two teams. I know they've been trying to go on to 23 Savage at times, but it hasn't worked out. Put some pressure on the Medusa. And actually send Yoey back all the way to base. So that is going to be a long time until the Medusa really comes back in and is getting CS. That leaves the lane really open for the Beastmaster. And if they're not too careful, FBZ, he's just going to put pressure on. He's got the Necro 1, has the 2 cores. This tier 1 could be in a lot of trouble.
Dire's middle tower is under
Disruption again. Spear hits. 23 Savage over bottom. Pops the
barely
counterspell
gets
and
out.
just escapes.
Oh, that was close. Magic Wand keeping him alive there. A lot of pressure on this AM. Oh,
Yeah.
Roar
Primal Roar
top.
gets used. Icarus dive. Now the Sonic Wave, but the Remnant away. Ken not afraid to take on all that damage to survive, but it does push him out of the lane. Like I said, they want to put pressure on this tier 1 tower and shut down where Medusa's able to farm.
Our boy Veppas probably caught that one on the camera, but for the viewers' sake, it would be much better if it didn't. You know, Roar expanded, Sonic Wave, and Ember Spirit, you don't get anything out of that. Some tower pressure. Yeah, this tower's actually going to go down. Beastmaster, Queen of Pain, Boars plus Necro 1.
Yeah.
Mikoto gets the last hit.
Bringing in a
very
third.
weird TP. Like, they did not want to fully commit, and now TP gets cancelled. It's a really good AM and QoP game in terms of like you can jump over the shards. You don't care about Mars Arena, so
Yeah.
like
Radiant's bottom tower
it
is
feels
under
good to
attack.
have heroes that just counter certain abilities by, you know, not having to buy items.
Deep ward plays by RR. That's going to be on the triangle, hoping to maybe spot Anti-Mage when he gets a little bit more comfortable, thinking he can just continue to farm on his side. They go after Ken. Don't take away enough of his mana. But now, shards placed, RR in trouble. Icarus dive over this Tusk. Snowball comes out, mana void used, and 23 Savage will have himself a kill. FBZ getting credit for that one, as all three heroes that were up towards top go on that Tusk and finally even the score at 1. It took them just about 9 minutes to get their first kill, but they're not too upset about that as, well, they've been farming pretty well. I do say that, but as you see on the net worth, Execration farming even better. Arena placed. Cogs in. KezQ trying to avoid the spear. Ends up getting hit here by Rapido. This
5
is still
stacks. One more should do the trick.
a lot
6,
of commitment,
yeah.
and there's the 6th. Yeah.
Like, I just don't know the exact numbers, but I've played a lot of Shadow Demon, so you know, like, how
Once you
much
hit
damage he
6.
can do, you know. That one extra stack made a difference, but still a lot of resources expended to actually get a kill on him. Also, Mars Arena used. They had to TP back both of the heroes, so it's I wouldn't say it's really worth it for Execration to get that kill. They didn't get the tower, didn't get any tower damage from it. Medusa historically struggled against Anti-Mage, but in the like last year and a half, it's not that bad of a matchup anymore for Medusa, especially if she gets ahead. Like Anti-Mage, he can't just blink in, and if he gets stone gazed, Anti-Mage is dead, especially when he's playing into Shadow Demon on top of that.
So, what's your itemization here for 23 Savage? Because right now he's got Battle Fury, Manta,
Standard
queued up.
stuff.
Just still
Like
keep
his
it
job
standard?
is not to necessarily kill Medusa. His job is to deal with the rest, get 1 or 2 kills, and then deal with the Medusa.
So
Like,
basically
you
fight
don't
around
jump
Medusa.
on Medusa.
Yeah.
Unless, because there's also 2 saving abilities, so even if you get a good jump on Medusa, there's Snowball, there's a possibly Defensive Disruption, even Arena can be considered as a defensive tool if placed properly. So yeah, just kill the rest. Your main target should be trying to take out Shadow Demon, first hero for sure.
So it'll be interesting to see how they approach these fights. We haven't exactly seen the full 5-on-5 engagement just yet. Things sitting pretty close, and both teams pretty content, at least for the moment, on just farming away. So we'll see as the game goes on a little bit more and more to see whether or not we see that from Boom. That execution, that backline jump. Because they've got heroes, and it was talked about on the panel. They have heroes like the Clockwork, the Phoenix, the Beastmaster. Those could be your guys who start forward, and then maybe Mikoto can find the right positioning, go after these supports, make sure they can't get the disruption off for Snowball.
Queen of Pain and Anti-Mage are not the heroes that want to jump in first and do stuff. They need someone to set things up. So you have a Clockwork, you have a Beastmaster. Overall, good synergy with the heroes. Phoenix, level 6. A bit of a slow start to the game. We have only 3 kills so far. KezQ.
Cogs, Shard. Ooh, and a hook shot. That comes through into RR. They're going to remnant forward. They've got the Primal Roar that's onto the Tusk, but the saving disruption. This is a Supernova in an interesting spot, but the Sonic Wave pushes them back. They still get the kill on the egg. Mana Void used. They'll get the kill on the BDZ. That's 2 heroes down to the side of Execration, but the spear hits on FBZ. They finish off the Beastmaster. 3 gone on Boom, but the buyback being used here by KezQ. So a good fight so far by Execration, as all they lose is their supports.
A bit of a too aggressive egg from Phoenix there. Yeah, he just used it on top of Medusa, and Medusa just loves to play into like Tombstone, into Egg, where you still deal damage while focusing that target. Yeah, they need to be careful. Not too many defensive tools to protect the Egg with. Good Sonic Wave, but still wasn't enough. Like Egg level 1, not that easy, not that hard actually to take down.
Right.
Attacks to destroy 6, so yeah. If you don't get the Fire Spirits off, it's going to be very easy for them. Also, Beastmaster Roar was already used, so nothing to really defend the Egg with.
Yeah, for Hyde needs to be in a really perfect position, so we'll see if Hyde can get the proper positioning. It really is the name of the game so far, positioning in multiple senses of the word. So,
because they don't have too many like defensive tools
Right.
to protect the egg with, I would just prefer if, let's say, he waits until one hero dies for teamfight to be a bit more chaotic and then pop the egg. Like, Medusa doesn't like to play into any kind of percentage-based damage. Once Sunray is maxed out, that's going to hurt quite a lot. Also one of the reasons, like, whenever we see Medusa, Zeus is banned out.
ooh, pause coming in from
23.
23 Savage.
Disconnecting.
Also, a Blink Dagger picked up for the Mars. This is a pretty good timed Blink Dagger. Phase Boots, Bottle, Bracer, Blink, going into the BKB next. Like, that could certainly give opportunity here to Execration coming into these next few minutes if they're not careful on Boom. We've seen a couple times where Queen of Pains, they're so close to that Orchid, and then that timing just slows down drastically because they die one or two times. And then that just changes the feel of the game completely.
Queen of Pain needs to be very careful. They have no defensive abilities on their side, so one bad blink just means she's probably dead. Very squishy at the moment. There's a ton of magical damage coming out from Execration at this moment.
Right.
So just try to slow the game down. I don't think they defend the tier 1 tower on mid. Medusa is already there, getting very close to her Manta style. It's hard to fight into this Blink Dagger Mars. You have no counterplay to it other than like trying to blink away with the Queen of Pain and Anti-Mage. Other heroes, if they get caught inside of it, should probably die.
So we'll see, again, how they're able to approach this.
You can see Medusa popping up. There were a couple of stacks made by the teammates. Anti-Mage still doesn't have that Battle Fury, getting very close to it. Just needs 800 gold.
Needs that Perseverance, and then we'll have the Battle Fury, but like you said, Medusa popping off. Almost 2k ahead of the Anti-Mage. He's had a lot of good farm, especially with all the stacks that were made for the Medusa ready to take, so you're going after the tier 1 tower. They've set up pretty well. Clockwork just throwing some vision out there with the Rocket Flare. Trying to see what he can, maybe look for an initiation, but at this point, might be a little tough for them to convince themselves that they can make a move to save this tier 1 mid. Arena used bottom. They've caught the Queen of Pain. Makoto goes down. I believe buying out on the Orchid before doing so. So that's a death that we were talking about, but it's not one that slows down the Orchid as it gets finished while in the grave. So I think that definitely starts potentially the snowball for Makoto. We've seen it before with heroes like the Storm Spirit, where once he gets this Orchid, his aggression really pops off, and if he finds a couple of kills, it can really get out of control.
Yeah, every single time you kill Makoto, it feels like you're just shutting him down, like shutting his team down so much more compared to like other teams, because he's the one always making the space, making the aggressive plays. This time around, the game kind of slowed down. Everyone's just farming. So Makoto, in these slow type of games, Makoto doesn't really shine. He thrives in chaos.
Yeah. That's actually like the perfect phrase for him, thriving in chaos. It's fun to watch, too, when you've got that chaos going on. But it's just been quite calm. And I wonder if this has anything to do with the fact that they've taken on 23 Savage. If the whole feel of the way that they approach this game has changed. You're taking in someone completely new, and maybe you just don't have the chemistry to have that chaos. They go after KSQ bottom. Spear lands, and they'll have the kill. So Rapido gets credit for that one. Now 7-3 with a 2k lead. And Yoi working on the Scotty after finishing off the Manta.
Scotty, I'd prefer if he doesn't buy it. Like, you're just giving AM a much better game when you're buying a Scotty. I had this talk with Black the other day. It was about the same matchup where, like, possibly, let's say, a Dragonlance. He could have bought Dragonlance a bit earlier and getting a Butterfly and then working towards, like, possibly Roche, maybe even Divine Rapier, try to end the game kind of a play. But yeah, he's committing with the Scotty.
We'll see if that, yeah, okay. So he's got one ulti orb, so not full commitment. As that could always change, but we'll see. Blink Dagger being built for the Beastmaster, who does have that Necro 3. Kezcute, he does have Hook Shot ready to go, so we'll see how they attempt maybe going with an aggressive play, because they haven't done anything since the Orchid has been picked up by the Queen of Pain, and just, you know, they've got it, they just haven't done anything with it yet. You've got heroes ready to protect this Medusa. Multiple saves at their disposal, like we talked about. So,
Execration's just holding hands.
yeah.
They're going together on the map, not getting them any chance of the pickoffs, but you see net worth advantage, kind of getting to 1k. Well, it was almost 4k for Execration, but once Anti-Mage picked up the Battle Fury, you know, he still didn't die a single time this game. He's getting the levels, getting closer to his Manta style.
Yeah. Starting to gain some ground on that Medusa. Execration just holding hands. Something we don't do. You know, all of us here. I feel like we're as close, tight-knit like a team.
Yeah, we should be more closer, that's for sure. You know, we've been in Romania for a very long time, almost
Month and a half.
month and a half, yeah. Still 1 month to go.
You know, we could do it like one of those 90s sitcoms in the U.S. Skip down the street, hold
Snowball on the top.
RR. We'll try to TP out. Do they have the damage in time? It is... Oh,
wait, what's going on? Like, Mikoto using ulti instead of just moving to the side so Clockwork can use a hook shot. That was really weird. It's like I've seen this so much because, you know, I'm a punch spammer.
Used.
Someone doesn't move in front of me. Like, what are you thinking? Are we going to get this kill if you're just standing in front of me? And we can see the power of Sunray. It's level 3.
Yeah, there's the
Egg
disruption.
also available. Just pops. It's
Rapido! He got the blink away! They get that kill on a Kezcute instead. Supernova goes off. They'll look over at RR. They'll get themselves a trade. They really do want that Mars, though. Wow.
It should have been an easy kill on this Tusk before. But, yeah, now they had to die with Clockwork, use Supernova. Also, they should play with the Beastmaster while Anti-Mage is playing on a different side. Like, this is where, in my opinion, Anti-Mage should be on the bottom, while Beastmaster, you know, set up the vision for him, and he plays with Necro and the Roar with the team. Ken, I don't think he has enough damage. Roar.
He kind of
He's
needs
just
to be a little
baiting.
bit careful.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
So now it's 1K. So it was up to 4K. Now it's almost even. Cogs will stop Yoey from getting onto the high ground, going after this Clockwork. Sunray right onto the Mars. Now they've got the Orchid with the hook shot from downtown. Kezcute locks up Rapido long enough for Hyde to finish him off. And boom, get themselves a little bit of a net worth lead.
Two good pickoffs. They just killed Mars. They killed Tusk. So looking good. Anti-Mage still farming. Just 1,000 gold away between him and Medusa. Manta style done. Level 17.
And Orchid with the Sunray. Look at the damage on
Snowball,
Ken.
not on time.
Yeah, and the Walrus Punch isn't going to be enough damage to get the kill on a Hyde. They'll look over to kill off this Tusk. RR drops. Makoto with the double kill. He missed that ult.
Now this is where the game breaks. Like, Boom is making aggressive moves. They got a couple of kills. They have enough time for Anti-Mage to farm up his items, and now it's looking tough. You know, looking at the Execrations lineup, you have Tusk and Shadow Demon. These are two. You can do stuff with Tusk, you know, but he needs to play with Ember Spirit, possibly Mars. They've been holding hands together, not allowing enemy team to, you know, get any kind of pickoffs. Then they suddenly just stopped. I'm
surprised there hasn't been a point where Execration kind of want to Is it at the Scotty where they just want to go?
Dire's top tower is under
Is it
attack.
too conservative from them at
Dire
this
are
point? Are
scanning.
they missing anything? Like, go for the butterfly. Maybe that's a timing they can get, but Anti-Mage, if he recognizes this, he could finish Basher and maybe go for an MKB or something next. The hook shot comes through, and, well, Ember's caught again. And dead back-to-back.
That's actually big. Killing Ember Spirit twice in a row while he still doesn't have a defensive item. I've seen this so many times where Ember Spirits, like, they go full greed. They get the Maelstrom, they get, like, phase boots. They don't want to get into Yule Scepter or a BKB, and then they die twice, and suddenly their game just feels over. 5,000 gold lead for Boom.
Now, holding back quite a bit. We haven't really seen much from the Medusa just yet, who's been top of the net worth, and, well, that gap is closing.
Problem is, rest of the team is not getting much out of that. There's Medusa, and then there's 3 Boom members, and then Ember Spirit. Like, there's a big difference. So, like, you're putting all eggs in one basket, then you just kill the supports. Like, you don't go for Medusa.
Yeah. Or you just kill the Ember twice.
Sure, that also works. Now, you talked about MKB on AM. This is something that Anti-Mage doesn't like to buy. That's why Medusa's
Dire's top
like
tower is under attack.
matchup against AM, she actually matches up well.
Right.
Because he wants to deal with the rest. He doesn't necessarily need to deal with Medusa first. And now, what is he doing? Like, he's just mixing up the items. Wanted to go for a Basher, but also probably
Trying
wants to
10 again.
get a BKB. Like, this should be like a BKB.
Dire's structures are fortified.
I'm okay with that, you know. If he wants to assassinate the supports, you go on Shadow Demon. He can't use that disruption offensively on him, something that Anti-Mage is afraid of.
Shadow Demon boots Aether Lens, going Blink Dagger. There's not a lot here right now for Shadow Demon. He can just get caught out pretty easily. BDZ sitting third in the net worth. Actually, like 1,500 gold behind Phoenix, who has grabbed and earned and almost has a BKB. Like,
Dire's
Hyde's
top
pretty
tower
farm.
is under attack.
We've seen that in China, I believe, where Phoenix just rushed a BKB. He was playing it, I believe, 2 silences. And then you can use a BKB and just pop the Sunray. Like, what up? What are you going to do about it?
Right.
Roche, this, like, Execration, they need to take this fight. Rapido, he's just farming the jungle. He needs to beat it. Okay, they're just going to let it go.
Yeah, that. Just no aggression coming from Execration at all.
This should not happen. You have Shadow Demon to scout things out, possibly Shard. This is a fight where you would want to take inside the pit with Mars Arena, with Medusa. Medusa right now feels, you know, very strong. Just needs to finish that butterfly to be able to deal the damage, because her damage output is not that great at the moment. No, she's super tanky though. Don't get me wrong. So AM finishes that BKB. He can jump in freely.
Disruption, hook shot, not going to land. Kezcute now on the run. Execration coming over. They've got the Walrus Punch with the tag team. So Yoi gets credit for the kill on a Kezcute. It's like the first kill in a while for Boom. There's the BKB for the Phoenix.
They have 3 10-second BKBs right now. Queen of Pain, Anti-Mage, and Phoenix. Beastmaster also building one. Like, this is a pretty standard build these days. BDZ getting chased by the Necro units. Medusa will just clean those up. BKB on Beastmaster to go back to that point. Like, we've seen it in China, even players skipping a Blink Dagger. Just Necro straight into BKB. Because Beastmaster right-click actually deals a ton of damage. And, you know, you just want to survive. They have no, like, real BKB piercing abilities. Like, if Medusa uses Stone Gaze, you just pop a BKB and face the other direction, so you don't get the Stone Gaze. Tusk, Walrus Punch, you don't care too much about that either. You know, there's, like, no bashers or anything, so BKBs allow you to reset the fight against Medusa.
There's the butterfly for Medusa. Got Shivas being built here for Mikoto. Dusa 2-0-5, so there was some involvement earlier on, but for the most part, other than that kill on Kezcute, there really hasn't been much. But this is the time where maybe they want to go. They've got the 5-man smoke being used, and it gets broken. Anti-Mage spotted for a second. Icarus dive away from Hyde, and they're already gone. So that smoke really doesn't lead to anything. All the while, Mikoto just putting pressure on the Tier 2 bottom. Boom extending their lead. You've got Anti-Mage continuing to farm. He's picked up a Basher going into the Abyssal, then Scotty himself. So things pretty quiet for, really for an SEA game. 18 kills, 27 minutes in.
Yeah, usually Southeast Asia is wild. First 10-15 minutes, it's just chaotic, a lot of kills. Ken now also has that BKB. We haven't had these BKBs for a very long time. No one wants to use it. 2 minutes left on Aegis, so I assume Boom wants to take one fight before it expires. Mikoto also working towards the Shiva's guard to be able to tank up. Hook shot.
That comes through, but, well, now Sleight of Fist, Searing Chains onto this Clockwork. Kezcute dead again. It's been constant kills onto Kezcute to the point where he's 0-7-4. So only 4 of those kills for Execration have been anywhere else. Primal Roar is used. Rapido dead. They'll blink forward looking for more defensive disruption. Icarus dive over. And BDZ, he drops. Double kill there for 23 Savage as Yoi now, he needs to be careful. First hit bash onto the Tusk. Make it a triple. 23 not stopping, taking a lot of the mana out of the hands here of...
Oh my god, that damage.
He's going for the Rampage. 23 Savage going off. Give the man a Rampage.
No.
Mikoto.
Oh
Pizza
god.
party, get out of here. What do you... How many times is this gonna happen?
Disappointed. Actually disappointed and mad right now. Like, this is his first game in the team. You steal Rampage from him. Now Mikoto... Yeah, that's not gonna, you know... You're not gonna redeem yourself by dipping him. Yeah. But yeah, this game could just end. This is why I don't like Scotty on Medusa against AM, where it gives you like a bigger mana pool. If you get Butterfly, possibly like a Dragon Lance, pressure the Roche, it gives you timing to go for the Divine Rapier. Anti-Mage still has that Aegis for 10 seconds.
Mana Void did 1,850 damage.
Yeah. This, again, this is why you don't build any like stats items when you're playing into Medusa.
It's a lot of damage.
By stats, I mean mana.
Paladin Sword. Primal Roar gets used here on to Ken. Not sure the Sonic Wave was necessary, but it does get them a kill. Mikoto now unstoppable. 6-1-6. All of a sudden, 16K.
Yeah, suddenly the game just feels completely over after picking up the first Roshan. First Aegis, Execration did not try to contest it. They were not even aware of that, and or they realized too late. And now, Boom in full control of this game. Medusa just doesn't feel strong at all.
Yeah.
Also, Blink Dagger picked up by Medusa, going into a Swift Blink.
Oh, Medusa. Oh, Yoi. There's the Abyssal. Ooh, Arena and the Spear that hits onto the Anti-Mage. They've got the defensive disruption. Here's the Snowball, Walrus Punch, Stone Gaze trying to get in front of 23 Savage's his eyes, but he covers them. He doesn't.
He's just cosplaying Bristleback, turning his back, don't care about the Stone Gaze. Now they're going to reset.
Yeah, they're looking to go in Rapido now without mana. Supernova a little bit too far from the fight, but it does get Hyde back into it. They get the kill there onto the Mars. Hook shot coming through. Down goes RR. That's 2 dead with BDZ following into the grave. Make it a third. Kezcute does eventually die, but the Mana Void gets used on Yoi. Hyde gone, 2 dead, but Mikoto as well as 23 Savage working on the Medusa as well as the Tusk. And it will be a double kill for 23 Savage, and a GG gets called as Boom. They will take game 1.
Yeah, great performance by 23 Savage in this one.
It's a good way to debut.
Yeah. It's his first showing, so everything looking good. You need to boost his confidence.
And then take it all away when you deny him the Rampage. It's tough love, as I've been told it's called.